Well, South Lake Tahoe was among the first cities to announce that they'd be fining businesses that violate the governor's stay-at-home order, focusing heavily on short-term vacation rentals as a way to try to keep tourists away.
And with a sunny weekend ahead, according to Mark, many people are anxious to visit the lake. The city is starting to look at how soon they could welcome people back. KCRA 3's Kristen Simoes joins us now from Tahoe with this story.
We're along Lake Tahoe Boulevard. This is a main artery that runs through the city. Typically on a Friday afternoon, it would be bumper-to-bumper traffic, but as you can see here, traffic's flowing pretty smoothly. The city estimates about 80% of its revenue comes from tourism, so this is a pace they'd like to see picked up, but feel torn about slowing.
We've asked people to not come to Tahoe right now. If people think that was an easy decision, it was not.
In a town that thrives on tourism, any business owner will tell you the past month has been painful.
If 20% of normal is good, then we're doing good.
Luca Janassi owns 2 Lake Tahoe Ale Works locations. One of them closed completely, the other open to takeout on a modified schedule. Like many, he understands the health concerns, but feels Tahoe has remained relatively untouched, with few coronavirus cases and 0 deaths.
When you don't see another case for a certain period of time, it's hard to imagine that we're at risk.
I think the general feeling is uncertainty. I really do think people are ready to open, but they're not quite sure if it's time to open.
The city says it's not, but they are looking at ways to responsibly reopen, forming 2 task forces aimed at helping these businesses get back on their feet, recognizing that peak season in Tahoe is almost upon us.
Our businesses are definitely planning for your typical normal summer, knowing that it's probably not going to be your typical normal summer.
Which Luca Janassi understands. Still, it's a struggle to survive.
We're trying to balance that, let's get open right away with, we want to make sure we're doing it safely, so we're totally on that train.
The city says, of course, they're concerned from an economic perspective, but from a health standpoint, Barton Hospital here in South Lake Tahoe has only 64 beds in the entire hospital, only 8 intensive care units. So if an outbreak were to occur here, it could easily overwhelm the city. In South Lake Tahoe, Kristen Simoes, KCRA 3 News.
The city of South Lake Tahoe has about 25,000 residents, and during its peak tourist season, it's not uncommon for them to have more than 100,000 people in town, still with the resources for only a quarter of them.